Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? What? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. So I'm back once again to talk about my Titans and what we're gonna do in free agency. Well, not what we're gonna do in free agency, but what could happen in free agency, pretty much, for us. So I said last week that I was gonna be talking about corners this week. And I looked through the cornerback list of free agents. Ain't really much out there. I can't lie to you. There's not much out there. There's maybe five guys that there's 5 guys that I would consider, but really it's just 3. The other 2 are kind of just okay. If they're there, if we have to, then sign them, and then I guess that'll have to do for now. But they're not going to be great. I don't think it's going to be much better with them as opposed to, not having them. But our corners sucked this past year. I mean, I think I wish I could find the stat. I really wish I could find the stat of who had the most DPIs last year. I'm pretty sure our corners won by a landslide. Between Christian Fulton and Sean Murphy-Bunting, and even a little bit Roger McCreary, I think that we probably led the league in most DPIs and defensive holdings. Because, my goodness gracious, we couldn't do a thing. It was insane. But, especially on third down. Like, it was so frustrating. Like, I don't know how many games I watched where we get in a 3rd and medium or a 3rd and long, and they just take a deep shot, or they just not even take a deep shot, or they just throw it Sean Murphy-Bunting's way, and he was like a walking DPI or defensive holding or illegal contact or whatever they are now. Like, it was so insane how much it happened. It just on 3rd down, not even overall, just on 3rd down. It was so insane how much it happened. And I was like, literally, what the frick? You know what I'm saying? It was just ridiculous. But it's a new year. I think we're about to blow up our whole defensive back room. Not just corners, safeties too. I'll probably do safeties next week. I'll probably go to safety next week or linebacker or inside linebacker next week. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to stay on defense. So we'll see what happens there. But getting into the corners. Now, here's my top 5. Now, honorable mention, I just flamed the mess out of him, but honorable mention is bring back Murphy-Bunting or Fulton. Probably Fulton over Murphy-Bunting. But they both sucked. But to be honest, if you actually look at the corners that we're going to have on our roster, God big fat ass, god dang motherfucking big old RV driving through the daggone parking lot. Anyway, but if you look at our corners for this coming season, we've got literally Roger McCreary, who is good, Caleb Farley, and then that's it. We got a bunch of reserve. We got Hootenanny McChicken Fanny, and Ting Tang McBing Bang at the other corners. So I don't know. We need cornerback. We need a lot of corners. We need at least 3. I know we need at least 3. For me to feel better, I know we need at least 3. So my top 5 going into this year is number 5 would be reuniting, and it feels so good, not really, with Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson's gonna hit the market. I'm pretty sure he could hit the market. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing him back, but I feel like I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's going to be that much of an improvement over Sean Murphy-Bunting, in my opinion. I don't think he's that much of an improvement over Sean Murphy-Bunting. nor is he like a guy that we can build the rest of the team around, or build the rest of the secondary around. It's like, okay, we got this guy, and we got him at corner. That's our number one. Boom. And now we can do whatever else we need to do, and I think the secondary will be pretty good this year. No. Okay? If you bring in Adoree Jackson, you need to bring back Murphy Bunting or Christian Fulton, because we need depth, and I don't think Adoree is not Adoree. Adoree ain't it, really. Adoree ain't it. If we were to bring him in 2 years, I saw on Spot Rack, because that's what I've been using. The main thing about Spot Rack you should be doing, you never take their market value seriously. Okay, they had Adoree on here. They had Adoree saying that he was gonna get 11 mil a year wherever he goes. They're averaging it out about 11 mil a year. I said, huh? 11 mil a year from who? Adoree ain't finna get 11 mil a year. I know that his last contract was pretty high. I couldn't believe how big it actually was. It was like 3 years, almost 40 million. He ain't finna get that again. He didn't do much for the Giants. I mean, he played well. He played okay, but he didn't play that much better with the Giants than he played with us. When he was healthy, he was about the same as he was. So I don't think he's really gotten that much better. So to give him 11 million to come back to Tennessee, I wouldn't do that. Okay, I would not do that. But he's my number 5 just because the cornerback market this year really ain't great, in my opinion. I don't think there's a lot out there that you could get. But number 4, I got another former Bengal, Chidobe Awuzie. I actually think he's better than Adoree Jackson. But again, it's like, how much of an improvement is he really? So, because we need guys to come in and they need to perform well. Okay, we haven't had a free agent corner. Who was the last free agent corner that we signed that was like a legitimate free agent corner? Besides Murphy Bunting, I don't think we've had anyone since Malcolm Butler. And we cut him after his best year with us. We cut him. He had 5 interceptions over the total of I think his last year was 2020, right? He had 5 picks and was like locking niggas up a good amount of the year. And we cut him. So I mean, I don't think Chidobe Awuzie is going to be as good as Malcolm Butler was, which is saying something, because Malcolm Butler was inconsistent as a mug. But I don't think Chidobe Awuzie is going to come in here and lock it down, because what we're doing, I don't know what exactly we're going to be doing, but I don't think that Adoree coming in or Awuzie coming in, I don't think either one of them are number 1 corners. They are good number 2 corners. They're good number 2 corners, but they're not number 1s. They're not number 1s. But I'd be okay. I'd be more okay with Awuzie than Adoree. But I just don't think we'd be that much better. Again, with one of those two, with Awuzie and Adoree, you got to bring back Murphy Bunting or Fulton, because at least at the very least we need depth. If they're not going to be great, we need at least a little bit of depth. So number 3, I was kind of going back and forth, but I think I'm gonna say number 3. Number 3, and this is the guy I want completely. I want him more than 2, even though 2 and 1 are gonna be better. This is the guy I actually want us to try to go after and sign legitimately. Number 1, because I think we have the highest chance. I think we have the highest chance of getting him as opposed to any of the other guys I just said. And that's Kendall Fuller from Washington. He's a little bit older, but I think that he would be a great addition. I ain't gonna say he's a bona fide number one, but he's number one status. I think he is a number one corner. He would be a number one corner for us anyway. He's a little bit older though, and it would cost a good amount. Like it would probably like 3 years. If we did a 3-year deal, it'd probably be 30, probably be 35, 40, maybe 45, maybe 50. If we really have to overpay, we'd have to give him a good amount of cash. But I'd be okay with that because I think Kendall Fuller is actually a pretty good corner. That would make me feel pretty daggum good about our corner situation going into next year with him as our number one. But the number 2 guy I think we should go after, or that I think would be great. Number 2, Jaylon Johnson from Chicago. Easily number 2. Great. He would be great. Absolutely great. The issue there is, even though I put him at number 2 over Kendall Fuller, because really I was thinking that for the majority of this, I was like, Kendall Fuller should be number 1 because he has the highest chance of hitting free agency. He has the highest chance of us signing him because we need corners. If I base the list this time more off of who we probably will go after, as opposed to just the top 5 guys that I think we should look at, then number 1 would be Fuller, 2 would be Awuzie. But I'm just thinking that these are the 5 best corners that are in free agency that I think the Titans will go after. I don't know how high the chances are of us actually getting them. But number 2, you got Jaylon Johnson. He's from Chicago. I think he's probably going to get franchise tagged because the Bears got money. The Bears got money. They'll probably just re-sign him. But the Bears got money. Now, I'm hearing that Chicago's going to trade Justin Fields and go with Caleb Williams, which I guess. I'm not saying not that Caleb Williams is bad or anything, because I do think he's better than Justin Fields. But it's like, y'all, how much of a shot have y'all given Fields, really? Chicago. How much of a shot did they really give Fields? Like this past year, I think was his best shot, and he showed a good amount of flashes. Like they brought in DJ Moore, right? DJ Moore immediately made Justin Fields look a little bit better, and he was still making plays. Imagine pairing him, DJ Moore, with Marvin Harrison Jr. And then maybe you use your other draft pick to draft a lineman, or you could draft they probably will go defense with that other first round pick. But then later you can get you a lineman, you can get you another wide receiver. Like this could have been the make or break year for Justin Fields. This next year coming up. They won 7 games. It's not like they were it's not like they were trash or anything like that. They won 7 games. They didn't go like 4-13 or 3-14 or anything like that. They still won 7 games. And I think that with Fields, they could have done more. Now I got a little off topic there because I went from Jaylon Johnson talking about Justin Fields. I don't know. Back to Jaylon Johnson. Jaylon Johnson would be a bona fide number 1 if he came to us. He would cost a lot of money if we brought him in, like 17, 18, maybe 20 mil a year. Because you're probably going to be fighting if the Bears let him hit free agency, which I don't think they will. He would definitely be getting looks from a lot of teams, not just us, but a lot of teams. So he would get close to 20 million, maybe more, a year. And then number 1, L'Jarius Sneed. It's L'Jarius Sneed. It's simple as that. I mean, the guy's won 2 Super Bowls now. He's become a lockdown number 1 corner. I think he might be top 5. He might have been top 5 this year. which is why I don't think he's going to hit the market at all. He's more than likely going to get franchise tag, and I hate that, but it's more than likely going to happen. But here's the thing. There are some things that I don't know about the franchise tag. It's like, if a guy doesn't choose to sign the franchise tag and he's not a first-round pick, doesn't he become an unrestricted free agent? I feel like that's right, but at the same time, I feel like it's not right. I don't know for sure. But those are my top 5. Sneed would immediately fix this team. The issue with Sneed and Jaylon Johnson is that we need a lot more than just corners. So spending 20, we have like almost 70 million cap space. Spending over 20, because we more than likely will be spending over 20 to get one of those. Get one of those two, if they hit the market, we will be spending over 20. Putting 20 mil for one in the one corner, when I know we need safeties, we need linebackers, we need linemen, we need a running back. Like, it's tough. It's tough. Putting 20 mil, we're going 20 deep there. So it would be tough to get one of them too. So, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean you shouldn't try them. Because if you get one, I mean, we'll work around it. We're probably gonna have bank next year too. No, Kizzy Cat. We probably gonna have bank next year. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just that, we have a lot of needs. But I think that'll do it for me. Next week, I think I'm probably going to do safety. I'm probably going to go safety, stay on that DB train, and we'll go from there. And then after I get through pretty much all of this, I'm going to go to the draft. And I love doing the draft. I love draft stuff. I love it. By the time I'm done with that, the combine will have already happened, so I'll be diving deep into the draft. But that'll pretty much do it for me. I'm going to peace on out of here. Peace and tranquility. Deuces to your cabooses.
We appreciate all the supporters. Most importantly, we appreciate the haters.